Good morning. Hey, a few hours ago, I was in Whistler, British Columbia. It was absolutely gorgeous. And it got down into the negatives. I think the lowest was like 17 below zero. But here I am now in Beverly Hills, and it's absolutely gorgeous here as well. I've just got into my suite at the Montage, and I just wanted to show you the room, not to show off, but to show you why having great credit is so important. Now, this suite, I paid for a standard room. I did not pay for this at all. All I did is I paid for the cheapest possible room that I could get. And I didn't even use the speaker block. Even though I am a speaker at the event, I did not use it. I just went on Expedia and bought the cheapest room I could get, but they upgraded me. I'm gonna switch this video over so you can see it. Because when you have great credit, you can get credit cards that allow you to upgrade, and they automatically upgrade you. This is a 3-time upgrade, absolutely free. And I'll share how I got the receptionist, whatever you call it, that they check you in to upgrade me free of charge. So let me show you what the room looks like, and I'll go over how I did that. All right, so here's my balcony. Very private. Absolutely gorgeous out right now. Isn't that just beautiful? And again, I didn't pay for this room. I didn't pay for the upgrade on it. I paid just the standard cheapest rate that I could get. But I did use one of their reward cards. This is the Montage, Beverly Hills. And here's my room. I mean, it's not huge, but like, I could live here. Right? This is just a gorgeous room. Look at this right here. All laid out for me. I thought this was pretty cool. This is my closet. You know how you usually go into a hotel room. It's a little teeny tiny closet. I've stayed in hotel rooms about that size before. Not quite, but you know what I mean. And then here's the bathroom. Check this out. Nice shower, nice bathtub. You know, I stayed at a place in Beverly Hills, Whistler. I couldn't even barely get my feet in the hot tub. It was $800 a night at the Westin. Look at the artwork on that. They got a TV built in there. Look at this. Just all the little final extra touches. You know, at the Arte event that I was at, we talked about creating an experience. This is quite the experience, right? So they have created experience for me. The check-in was amazing. And one of the things I did, I was just extremely nice to the lady as I checked in. And I'll explain next how I did that. All right, so I said earlier that I used a special credit card to get in, and that is true. And it's a card that I can redeem the points on and actually pay for the room. But I paid for the cheapest room possible. And that's generally what I always do. I always get the cheapest room, and then I ask for an upgrade. With exception to flying, I always go the cheapest way. And then what I do is I walk up to the counter, just like I did a few minutes ago, and I ask, and I'm here at noon. Check-in's not until 3 or 4 o'clock. And I said, hey, I'm one of the speakers here. Is there a way that I can check in early? And she goes, unfortunately, Mr. Lambeth, your room's not available. I said, that's all right. If you could just find somewhere so I can put my bags, that's fine. I don't want you to have to do any extra work. She goes, no, I'll look. So then she goes, okay, I'm going to look around. And as she's looking around, I reach down in my bag and I take out a copy of my book. And I'd show it to you, but I gave her my last copy because I generally only keep a couple with me. And I give those out when I meet people to make them feel special. And so I took out my copy of the book and I started writing it. And I wrote her name. And I basically just said, I can't remember what her name was now. It's Iman, I-M-A-N. And I just said, thank you for helping me out today. I appreciate your great level of service. And the Montage is very lucky to have you as a valued employee. And then I signed it. And then as she's doing that, she sees me doing this with my face on the copy of the book. The next thing you know, she finds me a room, upgrades me 3 levels. What did it cost me? $2 for the book, a little bit of time, a smile on my face to make her feel good. And this is something that you can do as well. You don't have to be a speaker in an event. You can just say, hey, I'm here for the event. You don't have to have a book that's like crazy long. It can be a simple, small book about your life as whatever it is you do. You know, I was a garbage man for 5 years. 5 years, I picked up other people's trash. I could write an entire book on that would be entertaining, engaging, enlightening, and very educational for people from my experience as a garbage man. And then I was a firefighter for 15 years. And I flew helicopters in the Army National Guard for 15 years. I could write books on that. You could write a book on anything. It doesn't have to be a New York Times best-selling book. If you travel at all, I highly recommend you just write a small little book. My next book that I'm writing right now is going to take me about 2 to 3 hours. It's going to be about 50 pages. It will fit inside my coat jacket. And I'll hand that out as a business card. And you use this strategy to get upgraded in your car rentals, to get upgraded in your hotel suites, to get upgraded in your airplane. Now, I've done it before when I couldn't afford to buy first class tickets, and it works almost every time. The problem now is there's a lot of people listening to my advice about getting the reward cards, and they get upgraded through their reward cards, or they redeem points for first class. So rarely are there flights with open seats. And so that's why I just don't do it on flights anymore, because I can afford to put it on my credit card. And then I just redeem the points and pay off the first class ticket anyway. I just have it taken off. But on rooms, you can do this on dinners. You know, if you want the best table in a restaurant. I did this. The reason I don't have any more copies of the books, I did it the other night when I went to dinner. And I had to have reservations to get into this very, very fancy steakhouse. And I didn't. And I thanked the person. I asked them their name, and I autographed the book. Next thing you know, I have one of the best seats in the restaurant. The only thing was I had only 2 hours to be there because I had a reservation. Now, this table is going to sit empty for 2 hours. But because I was nice, and I smiled, and I autographed the book, and I gave it to the person that was saying yes or no if you could get in, I got it. So I hope that you actually go out and write a book, because it is so much fun to do this. And it's cheap. It's a couple dollars to self-publish and have it printed. You can print on demand. It's just a lot of fun. It makes you feel really special. And I think what I like about it the most is it makes them feel special. They're used to being abused and being mistreated. And I really like making them feel special. And I want you to help other people feel special. And you don't have to be super rich. I mean, look at me. I'm in a freaking shirt and jeans and a baseball hat, my Arte hat. So go out there, write a book, make a difference, make people feel special.